There are far too many problems and questions concerning how we vote, how votes are counted, and how official results are compiled in today's elections. We need to create another constitutional amendment to ensure that ballots look the same, are counted the same, and that rules for disputed elections are the same throughout the country. Strange ballots, counting, and disputing laws helped put George W. Bush into the White House in 2001, a disaster that we can avoid by creating more uniform federal rules. While we are redesigning the ballot in many places, we might also consider removing the party affiliations that each candidate today has listed below his or her name. U.S. citizens often vote for candidates from one party or another only because they are a member of that certain party. This is a dangerous gamble because the voter is in effect giving their support to candidates whom they know very little about. We can easily remove this possibility by making it illegal to write a candidate's party below their name. This will force voters to perform at least minimal research into candidates. Not only should the ballots look exactly the same, but they should also be counted with precisely the same methods throughout the country. Today's U.S. elections use a chaotic patchwork of different voting machines, default settings on the machines, processes in case the machines fail, and different procedures for settling disputed elections. This chaos must end by bringing all of these systems under one rational, easy to understand order. The exact same voting and vote counting machines must be used throughout the entire country. All voting machines must give the voter a printed receipt of all votes cast and all votes left empty when voting is complete. Each receipt should have a random receipt serial number printed largely and clearly at the top. Each ballot should have a similarly random ballot serial number printed at its top. A good way to ensure accurate vote counting would be to create an internet database which citizens can log into 24 hours after the polls close. The voter would enter the database by typing both numbers into login fields. Upon entering the database, the voter would be able to review the records for those serial numbers. The records will display all results from the ballot. Voters should review these records to verify that the machines counted and registered their votes correctly. Of course, relying simply on the internet for individual voter review will not be enough. Any rational demand for guaranteeing an accurate vote count must also open the vote counting process to civilian groups upon their demand. Citizens must have the ability to oversee, research, and audit the counted votes to ensure that no fraud has taken place. This openness is critical to democracy and must be a critical part of any oversight amendment. There should also be contact information for the Federal Election Commission for voters to register complaints or the possibility of vote fraud.